Okay, today I'm gonna be doing a colorful look. I'm gonna show you guys how to blend. Today I'm gonna show you from start to finish how to blend. I usually don't conceal my eyes. I conceal my eyes first and I already show part of my eyeshadow. But today I'm gonna show you how to do eyeshadow from start to finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my transition shade. And for my transition shade, I'm gonna use a bright color because I want to do this bright look today. I kind of want to show looks that will show up good on dark skin because a lot of people ask me questions about how do you get color to show up on your skin. So what I use to prime my eyes, what I use to set my concealer and prime my eyes, I use this Milani concealer. And I just set my eyes and I patted that in with this brush. And this is a NYX brush. And I got this from Amazon. So what you do first, this is the palette I'm going to use. And it's the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. And it was only like $10 or like $12. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and dip in the color that you're going to use. And you want to tap off all the excess. That way when you put it on your fluffy brush, it'll blend out flawlessly. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with that color first. And I'm going to blend that out. So what you want to do is you want to angle yourself a little bit so you can see from the side. And you want to blend in a circular motion. And this is just your transition shade, so it doesn't need to be too dark. It could be a brown.
There, that way you'll get that look with color, but you won't have to do a full cut crease with it. And you want to just keep blending out that color. And as you can see, it's already blending out. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to add in your crease color to darken this up and give it some kind of dip. And while you're doing your eyeshadow, you want to make sure that you hold your head back because that'll also it'll give you more space to work with in a way. And when it comes to concealer, you want to make sure that you're holding your head back so you won't cause creases in your eyes before you get done with your makeup. So and then you want to go back in with that other fluffy. And after that, I'm going to apply lashes. And I'm going to continue to contour my face. And then I'm going to set my face. Okay, guys. I decided I'm going to film this other eye because I want to show you guys how I cut my creases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my camera closer. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. And I really want to film this part because a lot of people have trouble with this part. If you want this precise cut, you can use LA Pro concealer. You can use any kind of concealer. It doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that you have a flat brush. I got this brush from the dollar store. And what you want to do is before you do your cut creases, I learned this trick from Kiki Adams on YouTube. And you want to make sure that you take your fingers and you flatten it out just so you can get that precise look. And this is how it looks when you flatten it out. Now, this is not the best brush to use, but it's the most affordable brush to use, I would say. It was only $1. So you want to make sure you flatten it out. And when it's time to do your cut creases, put some concealer on your hand. And you want to make sure you dip that brush in there front and back, just so you have concealer on both sides. And while you're doing your cut crease, you can flip your brush over and you can just carry it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my cut crease. And I'm hoping you guys can see. But when I'm doing it with my right hand, it's kind of hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my camera closer. And I'm going to show you guys how I cut my crease. Now, I'm not perfect at cutting creases, but I've gotten it down to, I know pretty much all I need to know about it. So I'm not that bad at it. The key to cutting your creases is make sure that you pat on that concealer and you kind of make the shape of whatever cut crease look you want to do. So I've decided I'm going to do a half cut crease look. I'm going to make a circle, but I'm going to diffuse out the rest of my concealer with eyeshadow. So you want to pat on that concealer. Pat it in a circular motion, however you want your cut creases. If you want your cut creases to extend all the way out like a wing, then you can pat into a wing all the way out this way, but I just do a circle for right now because I'm just now getting into learning how to do it. I'm still practicing as well. I'm not perfect at any makeup right now, but I pretty much study how to do it, and then I just keep practicing and try to achieve the look. So you want to pat it, and the reason why you flatten out your brush just to get you that really precise cut. Now I'm going to look in the mirror so that I can finish. And I want to make sure that both of my eyes are even. And the reason for that is you want to make sure that both of your cut creases are the same on both sides. So like I said, pat first, and then you want to go in and fill in that circle on your lid with concealer. But start off by patting that concealer in. That's the easiest way to do it. And as you can see, I'm patting, and the circle is getting bigger and bigger. And that'll help you to get the shape that you're looking for when you do your cut creases. And make sure you're holding your head back when you do this part. I really suggest doing one eye at a time. That way while you're doing this eye can dry. And then by the time you get done, you just need to fan your eyes just to make sure they're both dry. And when they get sticky and tacky, that's how you know your concealer is dry. And like I said, I always draw the shape out first, and then I go in with my as possible. Because if your concealer is flat, your eyeshadow will be flat as well. And it'll be flawless. It'll be a flawless look. So I've already did my cut crease on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more concealer on my lid. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and show how I put this color on my lids. I've already smoked out my contour. I've already smoked out my concealer on my cut crease, and I said I would do a half cut crease because I really don't want to do a full cut crease because I know that that's still a challenge for a lot of people. So I'm just going to do a half cut crease. So the color that I'm going to use is this color right here. It's this color. And I'm going to go ahead and go in with that in my inner corner, and then when I go out this way, I'm going to add in another different color, different kind of purple. And I'm going for more of a Barbie look, like a pretty fun look. So I'm gonna be adding colors in this look. My next tutorial I'm gonna do a natural look. That way it'll be easier for people who really don't wear colors like that. They'll be able to still grasp the concept of blending, and they'll be able to still get it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna start with my flat brush. This is the same brush that I use for my cut crease, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that in my inner corner. And what you're gonna do is you wanna make sure that with this eyeshadow, it's a little crumbly and it doesn't really stay in place. So with any colors that you're going to put on your lids, you want to make sure that you kind of wet your brush, that way it'll stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to put a little bit of this setting spray on it, just so I know that it'll stick, because I really don't want this, I want this to stay in place. So what you want to do is you want to wet your brush some, and I just use this e.l.f. spray to wet my brush. And I'm going to press my brush into that eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my inner corner. And it's more of like a light mauve pink. It's more of like a baby, not really a baby pink, but it's more of like a baby purple color. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in my inner corner. So what you're going to do is you're going to start patting it in. You want to make sure that you don't rub. If you rub it, I go in another darker color for my crease. Then when I start on my lids, I always go with a lighter color to dark. That way it'll be a smooth transition and it'll be easy for you to blend. If you put a darker color right here, unless you're doing a smoky eye, I wouldn't suggest putting a darker color first, because you want to make sure that it's a smooth transition. So you want to use a lighter color to fade out to dark. So it's like on a color scale, it's light to dark. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye, and then I'm going to move on and add in this other shade. Cool. You really want to hold your head back with this, because you don't want your colors to crease up. This NYX palette, it does kind of crease up sometimes, so you want to make sure that you are holding your head back and patting this color in very, very flat. So make sure that you're patting this in flat. And I use this flat brush because it goes along the cut crease perfectly. That way you'll be able to have and I'm going to show you guys how to diffuse all of these colors together. That way you'll be able to get this colorful cut crease look. And this is a Barbie pink look. So the key to blending in these eyeshadows after you place them down is make sure you're overlapping and make sure that you're going back in with the color that you started with. So I'm going to go ahead and add this color in, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm saying in a minute. You want to make sure that you pat that on. You may have to add a lot, but when you're patting on colors, you have to add a lot more product because you want to pat it in that one spot and focus on that one spot, and then you'll move on. So in order to have a smooth transition, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. In order to have a smooth transition, you want to overlap that color with the other color. And you want the colors that you're adding. And you want to go back in with the color that you added second. And you want to put it on top of that. And this is just going to create a smooth transition for the colors. And you want to add in more of that other color. This is just so you'll have a smooth transition from that color to the other. I'm going to go ahead and take this color out just a little bit more. And then I'm going to add in this other color. And it's just going to be right there on the edge. And I'm going to put that right here. And this is a Barbie pink look, so I want it to be really colorful and bright. And you want to add that right here. And with darker colors, I always prefer to focus them on the end of my cut crease. I try not to focus them in the beginning. That's only because on the color scale, you want it to go from light to dark. That's the key to getting these colors to blend, is making sure that you will shade. And you want to make sure that you go back and forth with whatever colors you're trying to infuse together. And I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm going to go in with this purple shade in my Morphe palette right here, and I'm going to diffuse out just that outer V corner right here with another darker purple. That's just to give some depth to my look. And you want to blend that out right here, and that'll be the last color that you add, and that's a smooth transition. So I'm going to take another blending brush, this one that I used before, and I'm going to add a little bit more of my transition shade onto right here, just so I can diffuse out that color as well.
It's time for me. I'm going to go ahead and apply lashes.